It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and just when you thought the supermarkets were slowing up with their beer releases, I mean, I had it wasn't so much of a fear, but I had a bit of a worry that the supermarket craft beer scene was really slowing down. But it just took a little bit of time to get going in 2023. We're now in April, very early April, and ASDA followed Lidl, and there's been some Tesco beer and some Sainsbury's beer. Just waiting for Morrison's now to bring out some beer, but ASDA have brought out some craft beer. This is called Telepathy. It's a hazy IPA from Magic Rock Brewing Company. 440 milliliter can, 6.5% ABV. It's a very Magic Rock looking can, isn't it? They do stand out on the supermarket shelves. So, the beer, should we get it poured first before I gas on a little bit too much about pricing and whatnot? Little bit of smoke on the can opening. Beer in the glass. We got a 2-finger white head, a good amount of carbonation rolling up the glass, and it's a hazy light orange coloured beer. Amber, more or less a hazy amber coloured beer. There's a look at the beer. Now, this was a 4 for 3 offer. So the cans were £3 each. Put 4 cans in your basket, which I did. I bought 4 different ASDA craft beers and I had 1 free. So that, for me, makes it about between £2.30 and £2.50 a can. I'm not a mathematician. If some of you can give me the exact price of a can of beer when you get it a 4 for 3, 4 cans, pay for 3, £3 a can. If you can get on with the maths for me, because I've been standing here before the review, I've been standing here like this. Just my brain's a bit soggy today. Right, so the beer looks good, and pouring it, I had a little bit of a whiff of the aroma from this distance, which is always a good thing. It smells pretty decent. Your grapefruit, your mango, your passion fruit. It's got a nice fluffy white head. Let's get the aroma. It smells interesting. It's quite a bold aroma, actually. It's quite big on tropical fruit. Really very hoppy. Lots of tangerine, lots of orange, lots of tinned pineapple. This smells very good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, now. Now then. Now Magic Rock they've gone back to become an independent craft brewery. They were taken over by the company that owned Lion Lager. They were a big conglomerate, big company. They were in the same group as 4 Pure Brewing Company, is it Boulevard? I think Boulevard Brewing Company were, that Voodoo Ranger beer was under that kind of brand. I'm not sure if they just owned the Voodoo Ranger brand as well. I'm not sure if they actually owned Boulevard Brewing Company. I think it was Boulevard that owned Voodoo Ranger. No, New Belgium. Wrong brewery, sorry, wrong American brewery. I do apologise to Boulevard Brewing Company. New Belgium, I think they own New Belgium Brewing Company as well. So it was New Belgium, Magic Rock and Full Pure Brewing Company. They owned these craft brands and then they decided to sell them off. So it obviously wasn't working for the company that owns Lion Lager and Lion Stout, of course, and they sold it on. So Magic Rock are now an independent company again. And the reason why I'm talking about this before I talk about all these different flavours is because I'm really unsure on this. Magic Rock put a fantastic beer into Lidl for the price point of £1.79. That was a winner for me. It was really good and I would definitely buy it again. This, on the other hand, I'm just going to come out with it because I don't think there's any point in life in messing about and swerving and ducking and diving. I'm just going to come out with it. I've not looked at the side of the can. I'm about to. I might have got it completely wrong. Who knows? But there's a sense, there's a whiff, there's a taste of concentrated cordial, concentrated purees maybe in this beer. Fruit purees. There is definitely a little bit of a hop burn on the back end. They might have used some kind of concentrated hop oil to produce the beer. It might be that instead of cordials, but it tastes very manufactured. It tastes very like they're trying to put a beer on a shelf for a £2.50, £2.30, whatever that kind of price was with that 4 for 3 deal. It's almost as if they've cut a few corners with this one. They've had to cut a few corners to get this beer on the shelf for that particular price. And unfortunately, you can taste it. Unfortunately, it's just a bit kind of like somebody's asked you to take a swig out of a bottle of double concentrate orange squash or pineapple squash, that sort of kind of taste. And it's disappointing, really. I totally understand from a business point of view that Magic Rock, they've been approached by ASDA. They've said, look, we can put it on the shelf for this price. Will you do it for us? And they've gone, they've scratched their heads. They've gone, oh my God, how are we going to do this for this price point? And they've had to go down that route of hop concentrates, hop oils. I've worked in a brewery and I've been at a brewery where they opened up a barrel. The beer wasn't hoppy enough. So they literally opened up a barrel, they poured in hop concentrate. Then they put the lid back on the barrel, shook the barrel up a bit, and then went, right, that'll do, leave it for 12 hours in the cellar, we'll serve it, and hopefully it's hoppy enough. And I was just looking in absolute amazement at that time. It was about 6 years ago, and I just couldn't believe it. But this has a sense of and I remember drinking that beer it was like a hop oil. It was like a little cartridge that the brewer opened and poured into the barrel. It's got that very same kind of like a little hop concentrate cartridge. They've gone, we'll use some of this stuff to make the beer hoppy. And It's definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, it's not like whole cone hops. It hasn't got an organic flavour to it. It hasn't got like a natural flavour to it. There's a little bit of biscuit malt coming through, but it's all kind of like... I don't mind pellets. I can get as far as pellets. When they start using hop concentrate oils and whatnot, for me it all starts to fall down. Let's have a look. Let's have a look on the side of the can. Let's see what they've done. Contains barley, oats, wheat. And that's all they've said. Contains barley, oats and wheat. You know the problem with the UK beer scene? You know the great thing about German beer? The great thing about German beer is by law they have to put the blooming ingredients on the side of the bottle. It's called the German purity law. The German government and the German people in charge of Germany, they want their people to drink beer, pure beer. So they introduced a purity law, something like 500 or 600 years ago, a long time ago. The Reichsgebot. And for beer to be called beer, it has to use water, malted barley, hops and yeast, or 4 ingredients. Any more than 4 ingredients is not allowed to be classed as beer. In the UK, there is no law, there is no such thing that says you have to absolutely state what is on the side of the can. So most people know barley, oats and wheat. But then you guys who really understand beer know that there's more than barley, oats and wheat to make a beer. You need hops for a blooming start. Water, of course. I mean, that should be listed on the side of the can, shouldn't it? And I just find it kind of... And of course the yeast. But I just don't... I feel uneasy with this one. Personally, I'll leave it like this. If I was in ASDA, if I had a barbecue, I had to rush out for some beers, I went to ASDA and I seen this on the shelf, I wouldn't buy it again. I wouldn't buy it again. And I think that's the most kind of critical, important point of this whole beer review, is that I wouldn't buy this beer again. I'd buy the Lidl Magic Rock beer. That was fantastic for the price point. This, not so much. This feels like it's been played around with too much. It's a very poor 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.